better start with. It's happened again for the third time in WHGS history.
It's only the third time?
I know, they really hate me when I do it.
Oh my God.
We have a straight cis man on the podcast.
Oh my God. I do apologize for being here.
We all went to the strip club that she worked at. She invited me and my girlfriend and my buddy Lucas after I taped
Lucas straight?
Yeah, Lucas is straight.
I'm very confused by that friendship, but continue.
He and I are the same person in two very different bodies.
Okay.
When Lucas says he loves boobs, Lucas Zelnick,
Yeah.
that's like when I say,
Yeah. It's
I love
disgusting.
boobs. Yeah. But when you say it, it's like unexpected and beautiful.
I think tits, you know. So let's figure that out.
Honestly, that element of friendship is still here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100. Well, that's critical to any friendship.
Because I was like, is he in the closet? What's going on?
No.
Yeah.
It's actually the same riff I did on your podcast. It's teasing that I might be coming out. Yeah.
That also sounded like it was directed at me.
I'm about to be.
If you're in the closet, Lucas, that's totally fine.
We didn't bring him on here because we know anything about him or we have any kind of agenda or hopes for the episode.
But to the lesbians listening, stay tuned because there might be an announcement at the end.
Bottom Nation's a big Buttigieg supporter.
Which you're a part of now.
You guys have a separate gay podcast that you don't release.
We're having closeted gay sex. That's our podcast.
You guys just have sex and you're like, I love this podcast. That's the only way you allow yourselves to have sex with each other. You're deeply in love. He's kind of like you. He's like one of the biggest allies that I know. You're a really good ally.
I guess I am.
Tom Brady was playing when we were in Pittsburgh, and we were like, well, we gotta go.
I don't
almost
know.
feel like with men, there are some men that I meet where I'm like, man, I wish I could fall in love with you. Like, I'm so close to like my relationship with Sam or my relationship with Lucas. I'm like, do I love this man? And I'm just not attracted to him at all. Sometimes I wonder that. She says that men like, and one of my best guy friends, who's also a comedian.
We have our first guest on the podcast today. It's our best friend and a famous ally of the straights.
Famous ally of the
Quoting
straights. I
you
do. I
directly.
love straight people.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to be here. Straight men in particular.
Yeah.
Dude, I
He is a
fucking
comedian,
love
maybe.
lesbians.
They are a group that I think needs to be protected, and I'm grateful for your work, and I'm happy to be here. And I think men need to be, you're certainly aware of it. We've talked about it so many times. We've talked about the stuff that I can get away with that, well, not even just I, but me and the person that I'm dating, that we feel so comfortable with each other because it's two women. We never talk about the straight disadvantages of dating. But
Glad I could be the mouthpiece for that discussion.
I don't know why I've referred to you as Gavin on
That's
this
my
podcast.
bro name.
It's Ash.
What?
That's my bro name.
That's true.
That is your bro name. Yeah. Just kind of like bro-y behind closed doors, but they know
Sure,
that
yeah.
on their face they're
Like on a
supposed to
podcast,
not-
for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Once it's insurance fraud, it could have tax implications.
Thank you, Lucas. It's not fraud. Very dark.
Sorry, I wanted to ad-lib on your content.
No. I'll keep going.
What's your nickname?
Well, I think the low-hanging fruit is Ashley Gavin.
I couldn't even get to
That's
that.
the low-hanging
That seems
fruit.
like a Lucas, like what Lucas would
Yes,
come up with
yeah.
for a good joke.
Yes. Yeah, and it would land and everyone would laugh.
Probably the best stand-up I have seen in person.
Oh, thank
Wow.
you so much.
Oh my God.
Pretty unbelievable
That's
stuff.
a enormous
I know now. If
compliment.
you guys aren't familiar with Ashley's work, you're a stupid idiot. And also, why are you familiar with our work and not hers?
They're familiar with
Yeah.
it.
A multinationally talented genius who.
No, I'm just saying that your talent is once in a generation.
Thank you so much.
And
That's
I
really
love
kind.
watching you.
I believe in the theory of Ashley Gavin.
Some stuff.
That's just like I gotta think it's an experience thing. I've seen Ashley do it.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, it's just not. On my best nights when I'm so loose, like I can riff a couple things that have stayed in the act, which is an amazing feeling. But the idea of like
riffing a whole bit, I have
Oh
no
my
idea.
gosh,
I could riff
same.
a line or an idea.
was
man.
great. They hand Ashley a stack of napkins. Ashley takes the napkins and super casually goes, "I'll address that in a second," and then goes right back to doing her jokes.
That's really
It was fucking
funny.
awesome, dude.
Wow.
Awesome.
You guys both grew up in the city. It seems like a bit of a different experience, right?
I don't know.
Growing up as you
Very
versus
similar,
a
but just
closeted
oh yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in a very niche strata.
Yeah, sure. Me as well.
Did you
So-
guys go to the same private school?
No, we did not.
I think you and I would have been friends if we were in the same grade.
No.
No.
Got it.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. We both went to very similar schools.
Yes.
I always felt kind of weird there. I feel like
God,
you fit
I
right
loved
in.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so tall.
The-
You play sports.
I played sports.
You
I
were
mean, I
tall
wasn't
and-
a great athlete, nor was I considered one in college. I was a good skier, but that was not that had no currency in my high school.
no.
Oh, I remember why I hated high school. Because of my EDS.
Oh, you are technically disabled.
Yeah, I think I am with
Ehlers
What?
Danlos syndrome.
What is that?
my joints are all loose. And lately it's been like worse than it's ever been.
Oh no.
I've been a mess.
Oh.
One time a friend of mine opened for me in California and I've been performing all weekend and he was like it was ski season. So he was like, let's drive an hour or two and let's do a day of skiing. And I was like, okay, but we can't get up before 10. And he was like, oh, no, we want to hit the slopes or whatever. And we hit the slopes. And then I had like a fucking pain meltdown like after the next day. And he saw it. And he was like, oh, shit, like you really can't do this. Gay enhancement drugs? Like you're only
Like a
able
boa
to be
or something?
I have no idea what it
Poppers?
would it be.
Yeah.
Poppers, yes,
Yeah.
there you go. Gay enhancement drugs. Excellent gay referencing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Wow, deep
researched
cuts.
several hours before.
I need to know more about gay culture to play this game. I thought James Corden was gay, to be honest.
James Corden
Well, has a wife, but is gay.
has a wife
Oh, but he is
and
gay.
is gay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a scatter plot, but when it comes to lesbians, I prefer to use a box and whiskers plot.
Rachel Maddow seems gay.
Okay.
Why is that?
What does that mean?
Yeah. Why would you say Rachel Maddow seems gay?
Pros of Rachel seems gay. Cons of Rachel being gay. I don't know that she is.
Dude, have you listened to Ben Shapiro talk about
They call
the
it
transing of the? That's what he
they
calls
call it the
He calls it the
transing of the
transing of the kids.
Gay penguins. Have you guys seen that one
Yeah,
on
that
Newsmax?
one's a good one. That
You
one's
haven't
a
seen
good
gay
one.
penguins
No,
on
but-
Newsmax?
Oh, that's
You're a really good ally.
I guess I am.
I mentioned I was gay, no matter when I mentioned it.
yeah.
I'd say a third of the audience got up and stood
Would
out.
leave? Walked
Yeah,
out?
walked out. Stood up, walked out, yeah.
You said it was emotional. Was it emotionally painful that
It was
they were
emotionally
walking?
painful
Yeah.
to watch people hear that I was gay.
Guy who's heard about feelings but never experienced one. So would it hurt if they rejected you based on an immutable characteristic about you that you can't control?
I've literally seen this, Jamie. The funniest thing about it was when they came up to me and they were like, you're not like a woman comedian
yeah.
or a lesb. You're
Yeah.
like a comedian.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
thank you,
Yeah.
sir. I'm a representative of my community.
Of
so,
course.
like, I always try to remain calm with these people.
I sometimes listen to myself talk and I go, who's listening to this? Because I'm hateable and not that funny, which is a bad combo.
No, you're really funny and awful.
That's
You're
sweet of
funny
you
and
to
the
say.
worst.
All right,
Wheelchair people. I would just, I
Yeah.
need to just hang on a moment on
Yeah, you're right.
wheelchair people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Both
That's
of you
more
give it to
offensive
me.
than-
Let me have it. With Ashley, we have to put on our best ally hats.
Yes.
And that makes me
And
feel.
then when I leave, they take them off and they hate gay people.
yeah,
When I'm not on this podcast, these two just absolutely hate
We
gay
give
people.
it to him, yeah.
yeah, we like
Yeah.
to give it to him.
Now that you have this, like, here to just speak on behalf of everyone who is not.
I wouldn't say that
I-
word
that's
on this
That's so
podcast.
I'm so
we
that's so weird
believe
because when you guys let me in, you were like, the here.
I wouldn't say we
don't
did that so
necessarily
much.
And as I was
It's
walking,
interesting. It's actually interesting.
as I
you
was
bring
walking
that
up to the door, I was hearing you guys being like, this fucking like all she talks about is being gay.
Use those exact words.
Well, I just believe in a traditional family unit. Call me crazy.
It is better.
This.
Unless you include gay as a disability, which I do. And then in which case, obviously, square, rectangle, not really sure
I can't
how
You
to count.
enjoy saying stuff like that.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it so
yeah.
much. One of my best friends in the world, Lucas Zelnick, is on the podcast. I know some guy, you probably, you don't tune in for the men, particularly the straight ones, but this guy, he's so special. He's really one of my best friends. He opens for me on the road. I love his comedy because he doesn't look like it, but he's truly just such an incredible ally. And I've loved having him open for me and really surprise the audience with his stuff. And I think he'll do that for you today. He's so funny. You're the realest ally I've ever met. Like, you're very much yourself. You're kind of a bro. But you're also like so thoughtful and ask such nice questions, and you're not afraid to ask the questions, and you're not afraid to sound stupid and then take like a, you know what I mean? Like you want to challenge yourself. And I feel like you do that.
Yeah, it's weird because honestly, like my entire life, my friend groups were exactly who you would think. It was well-off, straight white guys who played sports, literally until I became a comedian. And then I realized that we all connected over something that was like unrelated to our identities.
If you come out to a show, I have a bit of advice. Laugh and then get the fuck out of there.
Don't fucking look at me.
Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't interact
because
with
you're
me.
still in your sad era.
Yeah, you are
I
such
understand
a sad
because
boy.
I've had a sad era, but like you got to get to your happy era because people love you.
I just love you and I love your stuff, and your stuff is so smart, and I'm really, really glad you're here. And because you are the archetype of everything our listener hates. But you're not that guy. And you have some interesting perspective on that.
Do you not
Classic.
have sex?
No, I had sex.
Sorry, that's funny just knowing
Why don't
you
I- were
because
you
you
at the-
always have sex. I'm like, I don't think I want to ever hook up with anyone on the road. 'Cause-
And I don't do that.
Yeah, and Ashley doesn't either. So I don't even know what the point is necessarily.
I don't know what we're
There's
talking
no
about.
point to make. Let's
Yeah.
just move on.
Yeah.
Well, does this count? No, right?
Yeah, I think this counts.
Oh, this podcast?
Right now, yeah.
Yes, I suppose.
We're having gay sex.
We are
quite
having gay
literally.
sex
We are
with
having gay sex,
Lucas
yeah.
Zelnick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
technically,
Great. Yes.
there's always going to be people who have it harder than you, and always going to be people who have it easier than you, unless you're Lucas
Yes.
Zelnick. And I thought that would get a laugh from you, but apparently
Oh,
not.
I held it in, but it was deep.
Lucas does not do this. Those
No,
people
Lucas
have a
is great.
tendency to lie. And when I bring Lucas on the road, he is a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, it's Lucas. We need you to
Yeah.
basically say that you're a Nepo baby and that how it's helped you with your comedy.
Okay. How am I doing? I'm well. Thanks for asking.
Lucas, I would just like to say hi, and I'm your friend. And please remember, I'm not the host or creative director of this show whatsoever.
No.
I'm just along for the ride.
They just work at a Home Depot and much prefer that. Go on.
Yes.
I'm very rich. I have a trust fund, and I'm in my apartment now. You can see that it's my apartment because it's gigantic and the windows are huge.
See, I love
And
this.
it's helped me with my comedy because I don't have to worry about anything other than writing jokes.
There we go.
Thank
I'll call you
Lucas.
back.
I love you, Lucas.
We love you.
Love you,
Thank you for your
Lucas.
honesty. We'll say, holy shit, I didn't know there were this many gay people in Nashville. I'm like, you don't think I can move numbers, baby? Come on.
Say what you will about Ashley, Gavin doesn't have a trouble getting a crowd out to a random ass place.
I saw Lucas say that, and I was like, this motherfucker's going to lose his job.
I'm sorry, but I'll say it. So Ashley's like, I'm gonna have to book someone else to
My
open for me in
fans.
Salt Lake.
Lucas said, I can't believe there's this many lesbians in Phoenix. And I was like, bro, you got to watch yourself.
They walked across the desert to get there.
Yeah. Oh, Maddie Wiener is a big one. She just moved from Chicago to New York. She's like 22 and she's a prodigy and really funny.
Wow. What had you heard her stand up or met her?
Yeah, I both. I mean, I've seen her and met her, and she's it's nice to see someone so clearly definitely going to be incredibly successful be very humble and be like, well, I don't know if this is working, but she's definitely going to be incredibly successful.
Whoa, that's wicked cool when you can like see that and stuff.
No one's
Yeah.
funny at 18. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, no one's funny.
No one is fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely no. Well, maybe Maddie Wiener. She might
Oh
be the one.
my
who's
God,
like-
yeah, never forget that.
She
Oh my
is-
God,
She's
that-
like 18 now.
Talking about how at 16 she was doing open mics, and I
I
was
know.
like, what the
Self-confidence it requires
Yeah.
is not. That's not common in a 16-year-old.
It's insane.
To be like this seriousness of purpose to go do mics.
Oh,
and
yeah.
not only like do a mic, but do like she was did.
Yeah,
you
like,
know, like how
do-
you're in the scene. She was like,
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
the scene.
yeah.
That's fucking at 16. That's
outstanding.
crazy.
It's
yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
I
And that's why
also-
she's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rules.
Yeah.
So
Maddie
the-
Wiener is awesome. And
But a
the
square.
best comic that I know personally.
Yeah.
But cool.
Cool in high school was not doing stand up. We inevitably get canceled and become
Truly.
the third mic on our podcast.
Yeah.
After Maddie Wiener takes over yours.
I was walking down the street with Jamie last night, another friend of ours who's also big on TikTok, and we were walking down the street, and a lady stopped and goes, "Oh, you're Jamie something from comedy something something."
Ashley's famous.
Yeah.
I'm borderline famous. I'm as small famous as you can be on the spectrum of fame. I'm on the smallest part.
Well, no, because Weedbee's
We're
lower.
smaller. Yeah.
Do you guys consider yourself famous?
No.
You took us off the spectrum?
Well, no, because also my dudes are there. The comedy show, my bros. We got Lucas. We got Jamie. Other Jamie. Not famous Jamie. We got Lucas and Jamie.
I wasn't that.
I took them aside. I was like, is this not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen? They were like, you need to calm the fuck down.
You are Lucas Selnick.
I am.
And you're my friend. And you open for me on the road, but you are a headliner.
Inexplicably, yes. I inexplicably opened for you on the road.
No, I do think we have a similar attitude on stage, which is why I love having you there. I feel like you get them ready for my tone. You get them ready to be verbally assaulted.
That's true.
We have a similar fan base in a weird way.
Yeah,
we do have some
you're-
crossover because you are a headliner in your own right. You're big on TikTok. Just take the compliment, you piece of shit.
Yeah, thank you.
When you said similar in your own, that your audiences would like to sleep with you.
I love hanging around Ashley's fans a lot. I actually love hanging out with them and talking to. I don't mean
lesbians.
You love talking to lesbians. Wow.
I don't even mean to say I actually can't believe they're lesbians.
No,
More
no.
I can't believe I like talking
They're
to
so
anyone's
annoying.
fans
I
they're
know lesbians.
But it's just such.
It's so crazy that
it's
you
so
would
much
enjoy
fun,
it.
and they don't like me, and they do the thing that you
They do like you,
as a riff
Lucas.
though. They do they do what you do in the riff where they don't laugh at all, and then at the end of my set they're like, "You were so funny," and I'm like, "No,
that's who
I
they are.
verifiably was not."
No, you
From
were.
a data standpoint,
You
I
were.
wasn't.
They just hadn't been conditioned yet.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is because they're gay, they know when I say something having to do with gay people, they know I know who they are. Okay, I have this line when I'm hosting. It's actually a test line. It's a host feature set, so it's 25 to 30.
Oh,
up
it's a
top.
two-man show.
Yeah, two-man show. So I'll get on and I'll say, during the hosting announcements, I'll say, if you have the instinct to laugh, follow that instinct. If you have the instinct to clap, follow that instinct. The only instinct you should suppress is the instinct to be gay. And I'll say that just to see if they'll laugh. We did a sold-out Pittsburgh improv weekend, and I bombed every show.
Really?
Yeah.
They just want Ashley.
Yeah.
They've never seen any comedy but hers, and
They haven't seen
their
comedy,
first
and
show.
they're weird. I mean, they're odd people, so sometimes they just don't connect.
No, I meant that they're from TikTok and they've never seen comedy before.
Oh,
yeah, and legitimately, sometimes they are the same people. 'Cause
They are.
Sometimes
We
when
do
I
have
open
some of
for
the
you,
same fans,
they're
yeah.
like, "You're that guy." They also refer to us the same way. They come out to see us and inexplicably still don't know our names. You're that comedian from TikTok. You just paid $30 to see me. My name's on a poster outside. Why don't you know it?
It would be pretty insane if Ashley Gavin had a homophobic opener and then was just go out there, give him a rant, and I'll clean up the pieces. You know what I mean? I'm such an ally that I'm willing to call you all gay.
Letter from a fan in Madison. It made me cry. Made me fully cry. I mean, it was just truly.
This is what is legitimately powerful about what you do, because when I do my comedy and I do jokes about being a rich New York City kid, legitimately guys come up to me and they're like, "Bro, we have so much fucking money."
When you do Ashley's crowds, are they how different
Ashley
are they?
Gavin for the listener.
How different are they from your crowds?
Way gayer, way more autistic. It was the best room I've ever done. but
Really?
yeah, 100%. Every time I do crowd work, I do have to ask pronouns because I legit don't know.
Right.
I'm not even saying it to be woke. I'm I don't know what you are.
Right. Yeah. How am I going to make fun of you if I don't know which way?
Literally
you
just to establish information. I need your pronouns as badly as I need your name.
Oh wow.
And there's a bro-y level that they do connect on a pussy level, but
Really?
yeah, because when I talk about crushing pussy, sometimes they're like, "We're with
Oh,
you."
they're like, we're
That's
trying to
sick.
fuck too.
Yeah. Going downstairs.
Listener, this is my Quest bar wrapper.
You really are the most casual guest we've had on. No one's been eating as we started the podcast.
I wasn't even noticing that.
Grab me back.
You know why?
What's
This
up, Bottom
means-
Nation?
This means nothing to me.
We appreciate that. This means everything to us.
You have just started a podcast with my other friend, your friend, my friend. You started a podcast.
You stole my friend to start a podcast.
Jamie Wolf.
Yeah,
You're
I don't even
doing
know
it's
what
like
they
a soft launch right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we're soft launching.
We're about to hard launch it on a purple dildo
Oh.
into space right
Oh,
now
yeah.
with this.
Ashley, is there anything you want to plug? We have over 100 listeners per episode for some episodes.
Literally, some of the episodes have nearly 300
Um,
listens.
wow.
Yeah.
All 100 of them.
Okay. Oh no, you're gonna have at least 1,000, and all of them are gonna be mine, and they're all gonna be very upset.
Horrified. It has to be redistributed
Yes.
from the most aggressive bros to the
Yes.
most insecure.
And you only have
incompetent people.
300 listeners.
Yeah.
That is so crazy that they're not more into the entropy stuff.
I can't believe we're such a niche podcast, given our constant references to enthalpy.
If this pod blows up, Sesh is just going to be unreal. You could have it open 5 days a week.
Dude, Sesh
Yeah.
is already pretty unreal.
Sesh is-
I've never opened for like a Theo level person.
Right,
so
right.
I'll probably start opening bigger rooms for like Ashley, Gavin in the
Oh,
future. But
Yeah, and Lucas also opens for me, so come see me. You know my buddy Lucas.
I do. He was our intern. He was my marketing intern.
And by the way, everyone at these companies knew that I had gotten these jobs through nepotism because when the important people walked in the room, they'd be like, "How's Dad?" And I'd be like, "He's good. He's good." So like, it was never really a secret, but also, especially at the smaller companies, like where I was near the creatives, like when I worked at SNL's production company,
They hated you.
detested.
Yeah.
He is a absolute goober. I love that kid. That's the kid who we see him on TikTok now. He's like a comedian now.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, he
cool.
opens for me. He might open in LA.
I love
that's
that. You're
cool.
like, yeah, he opens for me. Oh yeah,
like,
him.
he
that
does it too, but
successful
he's
guy.
below me. I just want to make it clear.
I love Lucas, and I think he's going to take over the world. But right now,
He will.
Someday you'll open for him.
you know, he's a straight white guy. He's going to surpass me any minute now. You're a really good ally.
I guess I am.
King Princess Arlo Guthrie.
oh, I like King Princess.